Dingo, native dog of Australia. The Dingo Mini Digger, also a native of Australia, born and bred here in the mid-1980s. And when you take a closer look at what this powerful machine has to offer, you'll be impressed by some amazing features. It works on mine sites, in domestic gardens, on large sporting fields, confined areas, spaces without much headroom, in large public gardens. Come with us as we show you Australia's own Dingo Mini Digger. It has incredible power for its size, more about that in a moment. And the Dingo offers an incredible range of attachments, giving you options for just about every job you could imagine. The usual comparison is made between the Dingo and the larger skid steer machines, but when you compare power to weight ratio and versatility, this little muscle machine wins hands down, and we're about to show you how and why. The size of the Dingo has big advantages when it comes to access to and manoeuvrability in confined spaces. Narrow domestic gateways pose no problem at all, and the average lawn will suffer no ill effects from the weight of a travelling Dingo. The question is, does this package do everything you need it to? And that question demands a good look at the power plant. The Dingo 950 is fitted with your choice of petrol engines in either the 22 horsepower Kohler or the 20.5 horsepower Robin, both twin-cylinder V engines, or the economic and powerful 3-cylinder water-cooled Kubota diesel. To optimise the power delivery to the tool, the 950 is fitted with a truly unique hydraulic system, and herein lies the real strength of the Dingo. At its heart are dual high-capacity hydraulic pumps delivering that power-to-weight ratio we mentioned earlier, unequalled in other machines. This innovative design means that the oil runs cooler, and therefore the machine runs more efficiently. In fact, the system delivers 43 litres per minute at an incredible 3000 psi. That's the brute power you wouldn't expect in a machine of this size. This brute power, though, is optimised through the use of two separate valves which allow two functions to be performed at the same time without reducing the power in either circuit. The flow regulator, also known as the trenching valve, is standard on the Dingo 950 and offers an even greater level of control by supplying variable power for the attachments and the drive, complementing the tandem pump. For instance, in the trencher application, this feature keeps the digger operating at full power when the machine is travelling. You can trench to a depth of 900 millimetres and a width of 300 millimetres even under demanding conditions. And when you need it to, the Dingo will also bring in gravel or crusher dust, backfill the trench, clear the area, shift the extra dirt, and cart in sand if necessary using the unique 4-in-1 bucket. This is probably the most well-used and highly valued attachment available for the Dingo. As you can see, it operates as a standard bucket when you need it to, shifting soil, gravel, sand and so on. But here's where the 4-in-1 really gives you a hand. This would normally be more than a two-man job, but with the Dingo, it's a simple manoeuvre. The jaw opens, clamps on the log, and away you go. Again, the Dingo's unique dual pump hydraulic system keeps you clamping and moving for as long as the job takes. Here's why the Dingo has such power available for lifting when using the 4-in-1 bucket, the concrete mixer, or the lifting forks. There are two lift rams, one on each side for greater strength and stability, and the width of the arms also gives maximum bucket stability. Here, showing the forklift attachment, the Dingo demonstrates a real ability to lift heavy loads when you need it to. And being the heaviest machine in its class, it can obviously also lift the most weight. The full contractor's kit can include augers of various sizes depending on what you're going to be doing. The Dingo does a great job when it comes to post hole digging, with power enough to even dig through tough old bitumen. You'll also notice this special footplate adapter, which provides assistance when you need additional downward pressure on the auger. It's a simple idea, but one you'll find most useful under these circumstances. While we're in the neighbourhood, here's an eye-opener on Dingo's attachment list, the backhoe. Again, the 3000 psi hydraulic pressure gives amazing power with full slew to each side, the capacity to dig to 1.8 metres, and of course that ability to get into even the tightest of locations. Before we look at more of the attachments available for the Dingo, let's tour the factory situated in Dalby, Queensland. With a stable country town workforce, Dalby has been an ideal location for Gary and Wendy Briggs to base their operation. And now, even with branches across Australia, Dalby remains the headquarters for Dingo mini diggers. The team employed here take pride in their work and their attention to detail. As a team, they believe that the only Dingo you want to buy is a reliable one, in which high-quality components have been matched by high skill levels in areas such as computer-aided design, cutting and welding, assembly and mechanical work. Available technology has been purchased and put to use in automated robot welding, drilling and turning to ensure maximum quality output with the consistency necessary to ensure that reliability we've just mentioned. When it comes to the finish, powder coating is the obvious choice for toughness and appearance. Our components are prepared for powder coating by being sandblasted, and the overall process is recognised around the world as providing the best method of metal surface protection. This means that your Dingo will look great for years to come. If you own a Dingo, you're also going to need transportation for your machine. So to ensure that your trailer is custom built to do the job, the company constructs them right here in the same factory. Available as single axle or tandem axle, these trailers are designed for ease of access to all the attachments you need. For most applications, you simply drive on to the attachment you're about to use. You flip the locking pins into place and you're underway. This is one-man operation at its best. And as we've said, Dingo mini diggers build their products with you in mind.
Plan is we go out and we check the power poles for safety reasons. The Dingo makes it a lot easier, of course, a lot better than using a shovel. We dig around the pole to a depth of 18 inches. We check the external of the pole for soft rot. Some of the places we do get, the smaller the gear you take, the better. We started off with one Dingo and went for probably 18 months, and from there we built up. We bought our second Dingo, and about 4 months after that we've bought a third Dingo.
Thought that they were a bit of a toy until I got hold of the machine and used it and worked with it. It worked excellent. If I could get 10, 15, 20 hours a week, it was good going, and at the moment you're getting 35, 40, anywhere up to 50. I don't know why I didn't do it earlier. Too easy.
Have a look now at some of the other attachments available with the world's toughest and most powerful mini digger. Firstly, look how easy it is to switch from one attachment to the other. You simply place the one you're using on the ground or on the trailer if you've finished with it, flip back the holding pins, detach the hydraulic hoses, crowd the arms in so that the attachment plate comes out of the attachment, and move across to your new attachment to reverse the procedure. It's very simple. It's designed with safety and one-man operation in mind. The blade has obvious application where trenching or other earth-moving activities are required, and as you can see, the angle of the blade is adjustable for extra flexibility, including the ability to switch completely from one side to the other. Here's an addition to the Dingo wardrobe which makes great sense in boggy, slippery or sandy situations. These tracks are easy to attach as they just wrap around the wheels, and once they're on, you're just about unstoppable. The tracks allow you to do just about everything in a wet or sandy environment which can be done in the dry. This attachment serves two purposes. It can be a carry-all for heavy objects, and it can be used to level topsoil or other loose material. The rotary hoe attachment is a gardener's dream. Working the full width of the Dingo, the rotary hoe creates planting soil to a depth of about 6 inches or 150 millimetres. A similar application to the trencher, in fact in some instances a better alternative to trenching, is the vibratory plough. It's specially suitable for shallow work, as in the irrigation business, where ground disturbance must be kept to a minimum. And as you can see, the cable or piping is pulled underground as the vibratory plough slices the soil apart. A big time saver, a big labour saver, and a big hit with whoever owns the grass. Some circumstances don't allow for the surface to be disturbed at all, either by a trencher or by the vibratory plough, and that's when the under-road borer becomes essential. Boring a clean, horizontal hole about 20 or 30 centimetres below the surface, the under-road borer provides a narrow channel through which cable or polypipe can be pulled. Roadways, footpaths, tarmacs, driveways, they all need sweeping on a regular basis. And the Dingo sweeper attachment is a powerful and efficient way to do just that. The broom head swivels to suit the direction you need, and it also has the unique capacity to travel over objects you cannot move, such as speed bumps, while maintaining the sweeping action consistently on the ground surface. If you're sweeping a factory floor, it might be essential to contain the dust and dirt. That can be done with this clever attachment, the Dingo Broom Bucket. Not only does it do the job of sweeping very efficiently, it also allows the operator to empty the contents into an industrial bin or other receptacle with ease. This coal washing plant provides unique challenges where cleaning up is concerned. Loose debris can accumulate under the machinery and framework, making it difficult to clean up without putting people at risk. The incredible Dingo, with this unique attachment, can drag the debris out of otherwise inaccessible places. And then, using the 4-in-1 bucket, it can remove it from the facility altogether. Tow bars are usually associated with motor vehicles of a different kind, but the Dingo multi-purpose tool is a tool that can be easily converted from rippers to a lifting jib, to a polypipe layer, or to a tow bar for moving even heavy trailers around your workplace with relative ease. Tree stumps, they can be a real problem until you start using the Dingo Stump Grinder. This machine takes even the toughest stump down below ground level. You'd never know you'd had a tree there by the time you finished. Around Australia, hundreds of Dingos are available to the general public through many equipment hire companies. One of the largest hire companies in the country is Kennards. Here's what Kennards executive Steve Jose had to say about one of his favourite hire items.
The Dingo is so reliable and we've constantly needed a request from the customers for more machines, that now in Queensland we run up to 30 machines at any one time, and even then it's fairly difficult to get hold of a machine at a moment's notice. So it is important that we maintain our relationship with Dingo. They are a very reliable machine. We have very, very little problems with them. Out in the field when they're working, even when they come back from the customers and knowing what some of them do with the machines, they're very robust, and again, we have very little problem.
The Dingo has an international reputation, not based on smoke and mirrors, but on the solid design and manufacturing standards of the organisation that builds them. Demonstrations of the Dingo are available at locations across Australia. Call your nearest Dingo branch or distributor for more information today, or phone our head office on 07 4672 5400. That's 07 4672 5400. Have a closer look now at the Dingo.